Stop recording. How long have we been recording? Because I was picking out the selections. Is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? Sunglasses are so dark I can't really see. This is some type of I have to review it. Some type of a fishing tool. It comes with instructions. I don't know. It has something to do with the line. I don't know if you cut it or you pull it or what the heck. May have to find a fisherman. Are there any fishermen left? My dad, took me fishing, but it was terrible. I mean, he never caught any fish, and it was dull. Well, I set this up. I got my switch here, and it works great. It was easy to set up. Now I have two computers operational. This one over here, in fact, you may hear the hard drive running or rebooting or something because I had Linux on it, but I'm putting also a second Linux on there, Ubuntu Studio. And I've got my new computer. When I hook this up on the, I don't want to mess with these cables right now, but there's two USB plug-ins on the main little thing here. Well, you see them right there on the front. See them on the front? You see the VGA port. Well, that's for a mouse and a keyboard. So I put, I don't know which one it was, a mouse or a keyboard. And then on the other one, I put in a USB hub, and into that I plugged the other. Let's say I plugged in the keyboard. So I put a USB hub on the other side, and I put the mouse into the hub. I put this USB webcam into the hub. I put my printer into the hub, and I put this headset into the hub. So now I have all those. I can flip back and forth between the computers. They all have access to the headset, USB headset, keyboard, mouse, and everything. So I love this. I think I can't remember if I uploaded a review of this already to YouTube or not. I can't remember if I did it to I can't remember anything. I got these. I just uploaded this. I got these cables to review. They're 1 foot long, USB micro. I love them. 1 foot works out just great for, if you can see back here, I've got my cell phone charging up. And with a 3 foot, or I think the other might have been 6 foot or something, had all this extra cable, and that's just perfect. But then I do have some, well, this is what I was using before, which is a nice cable, but a little too long for what, for charging up that, sitting there on the desk the way it is. But these are 3.3 foot, and I don't think I'm using any of these around here yet, but I probably will be. But I also have, I forget how many I got. I think I got 3 that are, I can't remember. Same kind of cables that are 6.5 foot long. And one of those I'm using right now to run over here, to run all the way over to someplace. So that's great. Anybody remember, where's my fish pliers? What was the name of the movie where the dentist had the guy tied up in a chair and everything, and he was saying, "Is it safe? Is it safe?" Remember the name of the movie? I don't. I really didn't care for that movie that much, but I remember remember the line. Yeah, if somebody ever captures me and puts me in a chair and comes over with some type of a tool and says, "Is it safe?" I'm going to tell him whatever he needs or wants to know. Actually, I'll be telling him what he wants to hear. What else is going on? My daughter from Sweden is visiting. She is. I have 4 grown children, of course. My first daughter, the oldest, is that redundant? Uh, she was just absolutely the perfect child. Maybe that's why we had more children. She slept all night, didn't cry for a bottle. She just did, and my ex-wife now, but uh, she had a half sister, but there was an age difference, and then the half sister left home. So it was like my wife at the time. It was like she was sort of an only child. I was an only child, and we didn't really know anything about, so we treated our oldest daughter, LaDonna, uh, like an adult, and she reacted that way. She was responsible, and we just thought she was kind of like a little person. We didn't realize till we had more children, until later on in life, that we just thought of her as a small adult, the oldest. Then Hillary came along, and Hillary was the opposite of LaDonna. Hillary woke up all the time at night for feeding and what have you, and just did tested every limit. Uh, you could tell the kids, okay, you can have one cookie, before we make breakfast or whatever. The other kids would eat. Well, there was an age difference, but LaDonna would have one cookie, and Hillary would, I don't know, eat a package of cookies. Just you go out in the yard, but don't leave the yard. You could look out there, and LaDonna would be out there in the yard, and Hillary wouldn't be in sight. Uh, Hillary was headstrong, rebellious, but years later, and I worried about her more than all of the other kids. But years later, when my mother had Alzheimer's, Hillary took care of my mother, changed her diapers, did what. Hillary is really a sweet person. Unfortunately, a little too. I mean, Hillary will give you give you the shirt off her back. She'll give you her last dollar. Uh, she tries to please. And anyway, we haven't seen her in 10 years. She married a nice gentleman in Sweden, and uh, we haven't. I think it's been about 10 years we haven't seen her, and so she's here. And Russell, her son, my grandson, who lives with me, he spends all his time. Well, he works, uh, but he spends all his time in his room at his computer. I try to get him. There's no way he's going to ever eat with me. He's not going to watch a television show with me. Hardly talks. I mean, sometimes we do have discussions because we have an interest in computers or whatever. But basic. And now his mother's here, and he was out watching him. I couldn't believe it, in the living room watching a movie with her. He's come out, and he's talked to her. And my one of my sons lives next door with my ex-wife, and I do see him. He does come over and talks a little bit with me or whatever. But with Hillary here, he's popped over when Hillary has gone down to uh, Walgreens or Sonic or something, he'll go with her. Um, so it's been really good for him. And of course, Darlene, my ex-wife, is so happy to have Hillary, to have Hillary here. So Hillary's been a little bit under the weather since she left Sweden. I think when she left Sweden, she was had congestion or whatever. She's been doing a lot of coughing. She's been taking some, but she's feeling pretty. She's feeling better. But she's had a cough, and before she got here, I've had both my ears kind of hurt. My throat is a little bit sore, and so still a joy, but be nicer when we all get, when we all get well. Right now, my ex-wife and my son and Hillary have gone to the grocery store. So if you've watched any of my videos, the last few times they've gone to the grocery store, I had to go with uh, my ex-wife and my son, and I had to push my ex-wife, and I couldn't find any cliff or open elevator shaft to push her down. But now I didn't have to go today because Hillary's going. So what else is going on? I don't hear any activity out of the other computer, so I don't think I can hit the switch here to switch over. I think that I might disconnect the video here that's being uploaded. This is being uploaded directly to YouTube. So I logged into YouTube, I clicked on upload, and so I'm using this, and it's going to go directly to YouTube without any editing. I've been wanting an excuse to purchase the business version of this is the Logitech C920. They have a C930E, which is a business one. And I think the big difference is the field of view is, so I've been wanting an excuse to buy it. But this camera works so well. But now I have an excuse because I have two computers, and I could use this computer, or this camera, with just strictly with my old, and I could hook up the new camera with this computer. My computers are working great. That my old computer now has, hopefully, what's installed in the second one, two versions of Linux on it, Zorin 10 and Ubuntu Studio. And of course, the computer that I got from my son, I bought from my son because he bought a brand new, bigger, fancier computer. It has Windows 10 on it, and Windows 10 is working great for me. And I have no problems with Windows 10 at all. I have a ton of stuff that I need to review for Amazon. I'm getting behind. I got like 4 items the other day or something, and I think I kicked out 1 or 2 reviews from the stuff in the past. So I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but I just want to get all these out. I've turned a bunch of people down on stuff to review. Going to be turning a lot of stuff unless somebody contacts me and wants to send me a new Ferrari or a Mercedes or giant screen TV or supercomputer or something. I'm turning down most things. I did agree to review this. Isn't that neat? I guess it's probably used for training locksmiths. I'm probably going to use it as a paperweight. But when I was young, and if you were around my age, I don't know what the age, but remember when they used to have in all the magazines and everywhere, photography school, correspondence, you could do photography, and they sent you all kinds of stuff, and they sent you thick, binders with information in it. There was also a locksmithing school, and they'd send you locks, keys, and tools and all that kind of stuff. I always wanted to do that. I had the money. I wasn't married then, and might have even been before I was in, might have been when I was in high school. But I always wanted to do the locksmithing thing for some reason. I don't see those ads anymore. But I get probably if I went on, I bet you I might. I'll do that maybe after St. Just not that I'm going to do it now. I have enough to keep me busy, and my arthritis has been absolutely terrible. Right now, it's not too bad to this right this minute, but I've been in agony with the. It's in my neck, shoulders, back, and it's really been miserable. I've got uh, some pain medication, but it doesn't do that good. And I think I'd like to get. I've never done marijuana. I've never done any kind of illegal drug, and uh, and I don't want any kind of a illegal drug. But I'd like my doctor to write me something that I take and woohoo, feel no pain. That's not this medication that I'm taking. I don't think it's I don't think it's classified as a. I'm sure it's not. I forget what it is. It's just a stronger version of not Tylenol, or might be a stronger version of Advil. I can't remember. It's just something that you could buy. This happens to be 500 milligrams. If my doctor wouldn't write me a prescription for this, all I'd have to do is go to the drugstore and take two of the regular pill or something. So, uh, really, a bunch of you have gave thumbs up to my story or stories, and several of you, for some reason, have said you'd like to hear them. It's a little too late. This video is a little bit too long, but I'm going to continue because I'm really the first one I sort of made. Well, and with all I've got about 400 videos. There's a few times I told little stories I think in there, but the one I made the other day, when I made it, I felt like an idiot, and I I was surprised, and I said in the video, if you liked the story, if you like the stories, do thumbs up. If you don't like the stories, do thumbs down, and they were all thumbs up. So I'm surprised. Uh, so I'm gonna be doing that. Uh, by the way, I think you'll probably notice this video is better, and I did another video review just a while ago, and I used just the camera app instead of going through Corral Photo Studio or Video Studio and going through it. So I think we're finding out what's going to work and what isn't going to work and the best way to do it. And of course, I'm 74 years old. I haven't got much time, but we should have found this out sooner, shouldn't we? And I've been doing videos since YouTube started. Well, I was doing videos before there was a YouTube or Google or all of them, but uh, I'm, 2005 I think is when YouTube started. I've been doing videos, but technology has changed too. So anyway, thank you very much for watching.